Look at this. Look at this. It's like a big fluffy, snuggy looking, I don't know, thrift store finds. Look at that. This is so cool. And it's got like a huge pocket that I keep my hands warm in here as I walk around. Before I poke my eye out, as I walk around in here, I can be like fluffy warm. And normally I could like throw a blanket over me, but typically like that'll kind of go down, and then this was perfect. Woo! Another huge thank you. I got an electric kettle, guys. Look at this. Even though it pulls quite a bit, it only takes a few minutes to warm up a lot of water, and then I'm set. I can wash dishes, I can brush my teeth, I can make coffee if I need to. Okay, so after finally remembering and taking my my friend Tim's advice, let's see if the water I heated yesterday is still warm. Does the thermos work? I don't know. I always wonder if the thermoses work, how long they last. Take a sip. Man, that's cold. I thought I would have nice warm water in here. It was boiling water when I put it here yesterday. Maybe it's just this thermos. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed. What the heck? This is going to be my second van load, as I call it. Loading up the van from the storage. I kept as much as I could. It's still a small storage unit, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, I don't have like bedrooms and bedrooms full of stuff, I don't. But it's still quite a bit, and I'm just like, golly, it's been in storage for 6+ months or more. Did not want to go over a year. That's just insane. But now that I'm loading things from the storage to my tiny house, trying to put everything I own inside a 21-foot travel trailer, trying to organize it, it makes you realize how much crap you have. And it's not really crap. It's for me. It's a lot of useful things for me. Extra clothing, mementos, pictures, paperwork, blankets, dishes, things like that you would have in a house. I just like pared it down as much as I could. And I just felt like I should have just gotten rid of just about everything. But somehow it felt like God was like nudging me, like, don't get rid of that. No, don't get rid of that. So I kept as much as I could. I do collabs and I do reviews, show them on YouTube. So I have companies every once in a while that would like to do collabs with me, and they send me things, and they're really nice things. And sometimes I get multiples of the same things, and I try to keep some, but also end up giving away some because I can't keep everything. Even though a lot of the stuff that I've shown on my YouTube, as far as like collab videos, they are really cool products that, at least I think, in my opinion, I think they're cool products. But I don't have the room, the space. I just don't have the room to keep them. So I share them. I gift them. Some of you say, well, just go ahead and sell them. You know, there's the marketplace, there's eBay, there's Craigslist, and sell them, make a little bit of money. I feel like, in a way, I need to pay it forward, and I'll gift some things. Now, I haven't got like tons of stuff now, don't get me wrong, but I feel like other people can use things that I have extra of, so I gift it to them, and it's a win-win for me. So I don't know. Oof, sometimes you gotta watch these cars. They start merging in from these side roads, and it feels like they're just like, I've had it happen. Been super close to many accidents because cars just like merge in from the little side streets, and instead of going in their lane, they go on the granny lane, which is usually what I'm driving on. They're in such a focus of, I gotta get in there, that they don't see me. I'm a minivan. It's not like I'm a little bitty bicycle that you can't really see. But sometimes I'm like, ooh, don't hit me, don't hit me. I can't afford another vehicle, don't hit me. So I enjoy learning about prepping, about living off grid, and some of those gadgets with like solar and just different things like that. It's pretty cool to me. I really enjoy those, and I accept collaborations that are geared towards that versus just like random stuff. So yeah, you'll see me show some things on here from time to time, and I typically accept those kind of collaborations on things that I believe would be useful, not only to me but for you guys too. For me, the end game is not to live in this travel trailer for the rest of my life. I would obviously love a little house in a small city or more rural. Like, that doesn't really matter as much to me. So, all right, I'm almost to my storage unit. I will be right back. Yeah, so I think I basically have enough to fill. Very minimal here, very minimal, not like completely fill it, but have the essentials for a 1-bedroom, possibly 2. I don't have a couch, I don't have a dining table, chairs like that, but I do have bed frames. They're folding collapsible bed frames for twin size beds. I have 2 twin mattresses, as you guys probably saw in my tour video. I had a mattress at the bottom and one on top of one of those bunks. I ended up with 2 mattresses and 2 frames because at one point it was myself and my daughter, and in another point in time it was myself and my mom living together. So I decided to keep it because I was going to keep some things in storage. So I figured that would be useful. Like I said, I didn't plan on, I'm looking at my backup camera here, guys. I didn't plan on keeping a storage unit and living in the van for the rest of my life. And I don't plan on being in an RV for the rest of my life. I would prefer an actual sticks and bricks as my home base. And God willing, that'll happen. And I'm really, really hoping I can continue to fix this travel trailer little by little, make it sound enough where I can actually keep it for quite a while. And once I'm able to get a house, I am hoping to have some land, or at least a long enough driveway where I can pull that travel trailer and park it there. And then that could be like a guest house for whoever's visiting me, right? That would be a nice guest house. If I end up with a really small house, I don't have, I don't know, I might end up with like a studio, a 1 bedroom little house. You never know. And then that could become a guest house, a guest RV house. You just never know. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna load up some things. Let's see, what do I have left in here? Surprise, surprise. So that was one of the awesome collabs that I did. And my friend Tim from Mo Bang for Your Bucks hooked this up for me. And I had this in my van for a while. Awesome. It was so awesome. But I have stuff here that belong in my van. Still some prepping things that I have kept. Some appliances. My futon bed, I just took it out because obviously I need to load stuff and get it out the way. And then I have a big cooler there. My kitchenette. Anyway, yeah. I have an extra solar panel back there. Yeah, let me get some of this stuff loaded up. Yeah, right now it's all empty. Yeah, I've got this cooler here, which I did a review on, which is super nice. I ended up keeping this one, and I figured for prepping for off-grid purposes, which now that I have the RV, I may use it for like a freezer, since I can do 12-volt with it. So yeah, I usually have my 12-volt fridge, a small 12-volt fridge here, and then my kitchenette over here, which is just like one long row there. And then over here is my mattress, and I just lay that on the floor, and then I can fold it and sit on it, or make it like a makeshift couch in a way, because it's very flexible. And then I just end up putting like a few bags here for my clothing, for hygiene, food, what have you, like right here. And I just keep it super simple like that. Starting to work on these window covers. That way I'm not too cold. These are just blankets. And all I'm doing is folding them in half and using tension rods. I had an extra tension rod that I was trying out to see if it would work, because I know these blankets are, well, they're throws, but they're a little bit heavier than a thin curtain, and it's actually staying on there. So I'm gonna have to buy a few more for the other windows. But yeah, this is how I plan on doing some window covers right up against my bed. This should definitely keep the draft away. Luckily, I had 2 extra ones, so I have 3 windows right by my bed. So that one's done. I need to do the big one there plus the one behind me, and then I should be pretty warm here. If anything, I can hang, kind of like you guys have suggested, make a makeshift tent, and I can hang it off the top bunk. That plus having my electric blanket. Oh yeah, I will be toasty warm, sleeping every single night. I will be good to go, set and ready. Thank you, God. All right, so now that I have all my stuff in this RV, it's like a Christmas all over again, going through my bags and boxes. But I found one of my extension cords, 1875 watts. So I even have USB, but that would be more for a regular house, not so much to use my battery. Like my friend Cindy mentioned, I don't think your Blue Eddy is waterproof. So I'm going to use this extension cord and then move my cooking and my coffee and whatever I need done farther this way. versus using this little countertop area, just to be on the safe side. Keep it away from the blue eddy as much as possible. So yeah, I'm glad I found this. I'm glad I kept it. This is what I'll be using from now on, and it's nice because I can plug a few different appliances and not have to worry about plugging it in, unplugging, unplugging, and then having to move stuff around here. I have one of these cutting boards that are really, really huge. Another thrift store find. Thrift stores have just been a lifesaver for me here lately. Just to have more counter, and then I can prep here, cook here, which I'm about to do that. And this cord can't be long enough. It is long enough to reach and like have my hot pot here, but it is more convenient to have this here and everything plugged to it, and I can just turn it on, turn it off, and just use the appliance that I need at the time that I need it versus having to plug, unplug, plug, unplug. So I'm going to be trying that. And I just got some eggs, some oatmeal. I gotta put that away, but I figured I would show you. Like, yeah, duh. I don't want to be cooking too close to my big battery there, because that's my lifesaver right now. And I can keep all this plugged in, like I see in some of them YouTube van life type of videos. All their little gadgets are plugged in, and whenever they turn their battery on, then they turn their little extension cord on and only power up exactly what they need. That might make it a lot easier versus plugging, unplugging, plugging, unplugging, because I need the surface area. But if I actually use the top of my my stove like I intend to use as a prepping cooking area, that extends my kitchen, gives me more room, and I'm not like just confined to this little area. So yeah, I thought I would share that, guys. So one last thing that I will share before I end this video is, look at this brightness, sunshininess. It is such a beautiful day. I think it got in like the mid 60s today, and it's glorious. It's glorious for winter. Mid 60s. Woo! It's so nice. But I do know that we have a cold front coming. We shall see how cold it gets, but I am preparing myself to stay warm this time. That one video that you guys saw where I was freezing my tush off, I was so unprepared. It was like from one day to another. I was gifted the RV. I moved in what I could. I slept in it that night, and I didn't have much of anything in here. And then it got really, really cold. I'm making it work one day at a time, guys. One day at a time, one project at a time, like I've mentioned. And this time I will be way more prepared than I was that other cold front. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for watching Dia's Frugal Life. I'm Dia, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe for more future videos. Hit that thumbs up, put a comment on there, all that good stuff. You can also join the channel and become part of our coffee club. Thanks for all your love and support. Bye, guys.